This video will focus on potential dangers related to eye and hearing protection. A nursery or greenhouse environment can expose workers to situations in which eye and hearing protection is critical. Failure to properly use the required personal protective equipment can have disastrous results. Each year, thousands of individuals suffer injuries to their eyes as a direct result of not wearing the proper eye protection. Made of soft tissues, eye damage is often permanent. Imagine for a moment not being able to see clearly or not at all. The major causes of eye injuries are objects striking the eye, contact with hazardous materials such as chemicals, looking at a bright light source such as arc welding. When you consider the hazards of objects striking the eye, remember that an object doesn't have to be large to cause significant damage. Dust, sand, or particles emitted from operations such as grinding can all damage your eyes. Other actions that have the potential to create flying dangers include chiseling, hammering, or sanding. You may already know not to watch an activity such as welding without eye protection, but you should know that glasses such as sunglasses offer little protection from the bright light of a welding operation. These activities likely occur in or around a nursery maintenance shop. Working around tall plant material presents a unique problem in that limbs and leaves can be at eye level for most workers. Make sure to be aware of this type of hazard. Dispensing of fertilizer, herbicide, or other chemicals can create a hazardous situation for your eyes. If you work with any of these products on a windy day, they can easily enter your eyes if not properly protected. So how do you protect yourself from potential eye damage? The first rule is, be aware of your work environment. What type of eye protection is required? If your supervisor has suggested that eye protection be worn, by all means do so. If your job requires that you work in an area with the potential for objects to strike you in the eye, make sure you wear the proper eye protection. If you are using equipment with a built-in shield, such as a bench grinder, be sure to properly adjust it before performing the operation. Also make sure that the shield is in good working order. A shield that you can't see through due to dirt or scratches is not likely to be used. For many situations, simply wearing safety glasses will be adequate. For some operations, a face shield would be more appropriate. Don't confuse safety glasses with sunglasses. Most sunglasses will not offer the same protection as safety glasses. If you're not sure if your glasses are safety glasses, ask your supervisor. Safety glasses with side shields are preferable to those without. If you find yourself working near a hazardous activity, these side shields can help protect you from objects entering through the side of your glasses. When working outdoors, look for safety glasses with some level of UV protection. These will offer additional protection from the sun's UV rays. When dispensing chemicals, make sure to follow the eye protection instructions on the chemical label. If you are not sure what the eye protection requirements are, ask your supervisor. In many cases, safety glasses will be appropriate, although additional protection may be required for pre-application mixing operations. Noise in a nursery and greenhouse environment is fairly common. Items such as mowers, electric power tools, and gas-powered equipment all have the potential to create situations which may be hazardous to your hearing. Noisy conditions at a nursery are simply impossible to avoid, but how do you know if the noise is too loud? Exposure to noises that are considered too loud can cause permanent damage to your hearing. But unlike other injuries, hearing loss generally happens over time, with the worker not even noticing until permanent damage is done. Depending upon where you work, your supervisor may suggest or require that you wear hearing protection. The most common types are earplugs and earmuffs. Earmuffs are not as common in nursery and greenhouse operations because of the size and the fact that they can become uncomfortable in warm weather. However, earmuffs will be as effective as earplugs even if you wear glasses. If asked to wear earmuffs, make sure that they fit snugly around your ears. Earplugs are usually small pieces of foam designed to fit directly in your ear canal. Some people find that earplugs attached to a lanyard offer an additional benefit in that they are easier to find when you need them. Remember that if you aren't using loud equipment but are working around someone who is, you may still be required to use hearing protection. To insert foam earplugs, roll the plug into a small diameter. Reach around the back of your head, and gently pull your ear back and up. Insert the plug well into the ear canal. Hold the plug in place for a few seconds while it expands and forms a good seal. If your earplugs become dirty, cracked, or broken, do not use them. If your job requires that you work in an area with the potential for objects to strike you in the eyes, make sure to wear the proper eye protection. If you are using equipment with a built-in shield, such as a bench grinder, be sure to clean and adjust the shield before performing the operation. Be aware that sunglasses do not provide sufficient protection to your eyes from the bright lights of a welding operation. Remember that exposure to loud noises can cause permanent damage to your hearing. Always wear some form of hearing protection when working in a noisy environment or around loud equipment. Following these guidelines can help prevent injuries to your sight and hearing.